Good afternoon and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. I'm Mark and I'm going to take you for a walk around our 2017 Ford Ranger XLT Ute this afternoon. It has had a wild track kit put on it, but we'll go through that as we run through the video. Starting off at the front of the car, you'll notice it's got front parking sensors, also been fitted with the smoked Ford bonnet protector as well. Sets it off, protects the bonnet as well. Obviously, being a 17, you wouldn't expect to find any marks around this car, and I don't think we will as we go. As you can see, it's been fitted with the big lift kit. Also has the aftermarket alloys as well, and tyres are basically as new. Obviously 3.2 litre 6-speed auto, which we'll talk about a little bit further later on in the video. You've got your different colour outer mirrors with the indicator in the mirror. They're like a bronze actually. The door handle's in the same colour as well. So the Wild Track badge has been added to the car. It's got the side steps as standard. Also, you do notice it's had these flares added as well. And you wouldn't expect to see any marks on our alloy wheels, which are pretty much unscathed. Getting around to the rear of the car now, a few things to point out here. We do have reverse sensors, also has reverse camera as well, which we'll touch on a little bit later, and does have our tow pack as well, which gives us the ability, I think, to tow 3.5 tonne from memory. And as we move around to the passenger side now, once again, the appearance of the paintwork, it's in extremely good order, as you'd expect, and really no marks. I haven't been able to find a mark or a scratch on this car as we've moved around the whole exterior, so I'm extremely impressed with the way it presents. So back around to the front of the Ranger now, we'll have a little bit of a peek under the bonnet, and as we mentioned earlier, 3.2 litre 5-cylinder turbo diesel motor. So we're going to get 147 kilowatts out of this and 470 newton meters of torque, but still only consume 9.2 litres combined per 100 k's. So certainly still getting really good fuel economy, but at the same time you've got the power and torque there as well. So around at the rear of the Ranger now, probably the only blemish I can really pick here, just a couple of little marks just on the top of our tailgate there. Obviously consistent with something having been put into the car. It does have the tub liner as well, and just with our actual hard tray, just to pull to the right hand side here to release it, which unlocks it, and as you can see, this is where the strap comes into action. So I tend to find it's always pretty well worthwhile just hooking that to one of the tie down points so it's accessible for you. And then if we do want to close it back up, we just pull this closed. It's still very stiff in operation because it is a relatively new car, and then just a matter of pulling to the left hand side to lock it back into position. So here we are inside the Ranger now, and we'll just run through all of the features. Obviously you're going to expect it to present as new, only 33,000 kilometres. On our driver's armrests, all of our power window switches. Right up the front here we've got our exterior mirror controls, headlight controls below that, height adjustable steering wheel, so set ourselves up where we're nice and comfortable and just lock it into position there as well. Now on our steering wheel, few gadgets here, all of our audio and Bluetooth controls here, and all of our cruise control settings here as well. These buttons basically just control the readout on our screens up the front there on either side, so just select whatever you prefer to have up there, and it'll actually display it there. Moving to the multi-function screen, as you can see, just push button screen, so we do have satellite navigation, Bluetooth as I mentioned, go to audio, go to settings, so you've got everything in there as well. Also, as we mentioned, reverse camera, and have a look at the reverse camera, really good idea of what's behind you. And then our master controls for our audio, and then our master controls for our climate control, dual zone air conditioning as well. 12 volt outlets on either side there, and as you can see right down the bottom in that storage area, USB ports as well. Turn reverse parking sensors off if we wish to, traction control button there as well, and downhill descent control also. Our four-wheel drive button just to the right hand side of our T-bar, which we can drive it as a normal auto, or you can bring it into manual mode as well, or sports mode some people call it, to change through the gears manually if you wish to. Cup holders behind that, a good storage compartment in there as well with our little coin trays at the front. Now we'll scan around the interior. Once again, as you'd expect, all of the seats, the carpets, even the door trims for that matter, pretty much present as new. I can see one little scratch on the passenger side door trim in the front, but that's about the only thing I can see. And then the two services from new, the 15,000k and the 30,000Ks have both been carried out as well. And then we've just done an intermediate service, 3,000Ks after that service. So I hope this has given you a really good idea of our 2017 Ford Ranger XLT with a few additions to it. As you saw, the lift kit, the aftermarket alloys, also the smoke bonnet protector as well. Still under new car warranty for about 1.5 years, but then you've got the option of taking another 5 years mechanical protection. You will see the video of that once you've watched the video of this car, so make sure you watch both and give us a call on 9907 0555.